Hello, my name is Alex Walter. I'm an advanced paramedic practitioner working in general practice here in Sussex. I'm going to talk to you about the recommended summary plan for emergency care and treatment, otherwise known as the ReSPECT document. This is a relatively new innovation across the NHS within the United Kingdom, and its idea ultimately is to replace the red-bordered DNA CPR, Do Not Attempt Cardiopulmonary Resuscitation form. That DNA CPR form only deals with one eventuality, cardiac arrest, and then two possible outcomes, resuscitation or not to resuscitate. These ReSPECT forms carry a lot more information. They're over 2 sides, still on one page, but 2 sides, and they detail out what patients want and what patients don't want. Obviously, what they do want has to be tempered with what is clinically appropriate, but it does enable patients, their families, next of kin, legal powers of attorney, carers, special important people in their life, to all share together what is going to be the right thing for that patient at the time that the ReSPECT form is written. Now, these ReSPECT forms are usually written by people within the GP practice, such as myself. However, they can be written by any of our colleagues in the acute hospital sector, or perhaps within the hospices that we have across Sussex. They are a plan for future care. They're not all-encompassing, they don't cover every eventuality, but they cover a lot more than just cardiac arrest, resus, don't resus. So, for example, a patient might say that they don't want to go to hospital at all. But then again, another patient might say they do want to go to hospital, but only if it is a short-term fix. In other words, they have an infection, they need antibiotics intravenously, they're happy to go in for a few days and come back out again. Care homes, nursing homes, will find the ReSPECT form to be very, very useful. When you dial 999 or you have to call the out-of-hours GP service, then they will have limited information about the patient, but you can show them this form and it will involve them a lot more in the patient care and in the way the patient wants their care to be delivered. The best time to do the ReSPECT form going forward is when a patient is first admitted and joins you as a resident, to be done during the initial consultation with the GP or somebody from the GP surgery, often done as part of the anticipatory care plan. It is good to involve relatives, next of kin, etc. as well, so that everybody understands what is going on. These forms are electronic, they're not paper-based. So it's held electronically by the GP surgery system, shared across the local NHS electronically, but you will get a paper copy. It is a purple-coloured document. It will not have wet ink signatures on it. It'll just have the person's name printed where the signature box is. That is completely acceptable because it is an electronic document. This is a living document. So what a patient or resident decides on admission, perhaps 6 months, 12 months, 3 years down the line, they might have a different opinion. So it is a document that can be updated electronically and then printed out and a copy given to you. What is vital and is really important, and what I like about using the ReSPECT form, is that it enables the patient to really feel empowered, that they are in control of what is happening to them. Obviously, if you have to take a best interests viewpoint, because the patient has not got capacity and you're working with next of kin, family, legal powers of attorney, etc., they feel empowered that their loved one is being treated with the NHS, not just by the NHS. I would encourage you to ask your GP surgeries to do ReSPECT forms for all your residents. When a new resident joins, make it a habit that you ask them to take part in the ReSPECT conversation. And you can also ask, if you're taking a patient for the first time from the acute sector, to ask them to do it. You can also ask hospices to do it as well. Finally, The ReSPECT document is not just about end of life. It's also about as people approach the end of their lives, but that could still be years away, just in case they do have a major stroke, which can, as an example, happen out of the blue. They already have put down what they would like to happen if possible and what they don't want to happen. We never know what is just around the corner. So I encourage all of my more senior patients to get ReSPECT forms, and I work my way through it with them. They are replacing the DNA CPR form, but within the ReSPECT document there is a bit on resuscitation and whether it's recommended or not recommended, so that is not being lost. Finally, patients that I have done this with find it empowering. They think it is brilliant, and I, as a clinician working in general practice, love it. And also as a clinician working in out of hours where I see patients I don't know, I love it because it tells me something about the patient. I hope this has been of interest to you, and please do inquire more. There's lots of information available out there. Thank you.